A lot of people believe that online ads do not work, that, running ads on Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok is just a waste of money. Now, I've been running ads since 2017, and on this particular channel, I mentioned that one of my businesses was going to do 25 million naira, and as of today, that particular business has done 11.54 million. Now, we've done that by spending only 1.1 million naira on ads. That's a very good ROAS, or return on ad spend. So in this video, I'm going to show you the key things that I've done to make sure that my ads always have a good return on investment. When I'm creating content, this is the first place I want to start so that I can understand how to speak to this person. I can understand how much this person can afford. I can understand which brand associations I want to leverage or pull on or partner with when I'm trying to talk to this person. You can even look at the interest. You can look at their sources of info. The reason why I like this sources of info type of avatar is because if my customer is primarily on Instagram or they're primarily on TikTok, I don't want to spend my time on Facebook. You get what I mean? So this is the first step when you want to create scroll stopping ads in your business. Next up, I want you to pick your ad objectives or ad types, depending on which one you want to call it. Now, before we do that, I want you to understand the sales funnel. It is awareness, interest, decision, sales, right? Sales or action. When you take that same framework, you would notice that it is very similar to what you will find in your ads manager when you are picking ad objectives. Okay, so the ad objectives in the Meta Ads platform is typically awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, then sales. In between, there's app installs, but I'm just going to ignore that because I want to assume that you're not running an app. Okay, now when you have identified which ad objective you want to use, that would also influence the type of ad creative that you make. Now, when I say ad creative, I'm talking about three key things. Either a static image or a graphic design, right? Or a carousel. A carousel could be a series of images or a series of videos, okay? Or just a video, whether it's landscape or portrait. That is your ad creative. So let's say you want to use engagement, or you want to use traffic, or you want to use sales. The ad creative that you are going to create, the ad creative that you are going to develop or you are going to make, it has to align with the ad objective. So we have the customer avatar and we know our ad objective. Now let us create our ad. When it comes to creating your ad, there's a framework that I'm going to put into your head. Okay, now there's no other way for me to kind of make this framework sound better. I have my PDP framework, I have my APC framework, things like that. But this particular one, I'm still working on it. When I've developed it, I'll let you know. But write this down. The first one is H. H is for hook. So let's start with the hook. The hook is the first 2 or 3 seconds when somebody sees your creative. The hook is where the actual scroll stopping starts. And what I mean by this is you need to give the audience something that actually stops that scroll, something that once they see, they're like, what's this? And there are different kinds of hooks. There's a verbal hook and there's a visual hook. Combine the two together and you'll be unstoppable. And I'll give you a very good example. I ran an experiment on my own personal Instagram page where I've been trying to show the experiences I've been going through as a Nigerian business owner. This is the phone call between a Nigerian business owner and a dispatch rider. Hello? Sorry I missed your call. You're the dispatch, right? Please, are you outside? Hello? Where did you put your phone? I've been trying to call you since. I'm coming to pick up something. You should have picked up your phone. Hello? Sorry, I can't hear you. The video with the dispatch riders, that video, I would say typically did well. I got a lot of positive reviews. I got a lot of Instagram follows from that particular video. And one of the key things I did was at the beginning of the video, I explained what the video was about and I pointed to the top, right? Did I point to the top? Anyways, I should have pointed to the top. I'm not sure if I pointed to the top. I can't remember again. But ideally, that is a hook. Now, in your own ad, you need to have a hook. You need to have a hook in your own ad, okay? Now, there are certain scenarios where if you are working with a carousel, it has to be a text-based hook. Now, when I say a text-based hook, I mean you have to say something that is outrageous. Something that as people just go past it. They would want to read the first few lines and be like, that's how, that kind of thing. And I'll give a very good example. And please, this is 18 plus, so let's go. But imagine somebody that sells a pair of jeans, and we are looking at a carousel. We're running a carousel ad, and the first hook, the first card in my carousel just writes, "This is why she can't get enough of me." See how I became so serious. But imagine that the first thing you see in the card. This is why she can't get enough of me. Even women, hopefully I'm not targeting women, but hey, even women would want to see, oh really? Why can't she get enough of you? And then you can go ahead to now talk about your amazing jeans, things like that. Okay, that is an example of a hook. Create a hook for your business. And I want you to understand that the wilder the hook, the more engaging your video could be. So next up is relevance. Now, imagine you are selling jeans, right? We are a denim business and we sell jeans to only men. That's what we sell. Jeans and lumberjack t-shirts. I think there's a business for this. They're called Oros Los Angeles or something like that, right? They also sell boots actually. But let's imagine that we run this kind of business, okay? When I'm targeting my ads, you would actually think that, oh, maybe I should target women, right? But the answer is no. You don't target women because they are not your target audience. They are not your primary audience. Remember, we've done our customer avatar exercise and it showed us that our audience is Ayodeji as a boy, not Ayodeji. I don't think there are girls that are Ayodeji. But you get me? Not Sheon that is a girl or Chioma that is a girl. Right? And why I'm saying this is when you are picking the copy that you use in your ad creative, you want to make sure that the copy is relevant to the primary audience. The music at the background has to be relevant. If you're not using music, the audio has to be relevant to the primary audience. You can't be, again, no shade to Sabrina Carpenter or Carter, but you can't be using her music and be expecting Nigerian men to stop scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. Next up, it's time for us to create an offer. Now, when it comes to creating an offer, 2 words. Unbelievable offer at an unbeatable price. Unbelievable offer at an unbeatable price. And I'll give you a very good example. Buy 2 denim jeans, get 1 free jacket. Okay? That is it. Very, very simple. You've done your profit margin calculators, you've done your discount promo deals, things like that. You are making sure that you are getting a healthy margin for this particular offer. So I have my own profit margin calculators I use to create discount offers in my business. In one store, I'm offering free delivery. In another store, selling a different product, I'm offering discounted delivery. What I mean by discounted delivery is basically if it costs me 7,000 naira to deliver to somebody in Abuja from Lagos, I am going to pay 3,500 from my own pocket. Let the customer pay 3,500 from their own pocket, right? And I'll let them know in my ad that for the next 7 days or for the next 3 weeks, that sort of thing, every offer or every product that is sold, we are covering half of your delivery price on us. That's part of my offer. That is me creating an unbelievable offer at an unbeatable price. After creating your offer, the next thing you want to do is have what they call social proof or customers using the product. So use case scenarios, things like that. Next up, you have CTA. So CTA stands for call to action. When you are creating your own ads, you need to make sure that there is a call to action. If there's no call to action, people will continue scrolling. It is that call to action, whether you tell them, oh, you know what? Comment a word if you are using the ManyChat plugin in your business or chatbot, or do you want them to send you a DM? So do you want them to go through the process of clicking into your profile page and then going to click into the link in your bio? You can see that's a bit long, so maybe you don't want them to do that. Or do you want them to click the shop now button, which is what I always advise that people should just offer. Either you do shop now, learn more, or order now. One of those 3. For certain businesses, you also talk about the guarantees. For certain businesses, you don't talk about the guarantees. Most businesses, the guarantees to tell people that, oh, this is what this business does, this is our money back guarantee, this is our terms and conditions, things like that. You put that information on your landing page or product detail page. Ideally, that's where you put those guarantees. If you put the guarantees in the ad, some people, it's a bit of a turn off. Now, I want you to understand that when people are scrolling on social media, the work of your ad is to get them turn on their interest. Okay? Remember, I told you guys about the sales funnel: awareness, interest, decision, and action. The ad itself, the ad creative, the whole point of it is to stop the scroll and then turn your customers on. When they are turned on, they want to learn more, they want to read more, they want to understand more, they want to shop now. Okay, so they will click on the ad and make an action. Either the action to purchase if you run an e-commerce business out and out, or the action where they will send you a DM or call the phone number in your Instagram profile, things like that. Okay, so when it comes to guarantees, not all businesses should put the guarantees in their ads. Now let's look at some best practices. The first one is the timeline for your ad. Ideally, your ad should not be more than 30 seconds. 30 seconds max. Majority of the ads that I've run this year that have done very well for me have not been more than 25 seconds. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it can be more than 30 seconds, but majority of the time and for most e-commerce businesses, 30 seconds is more than enough. Anything more than 30 seconds, you're probably going to say something that would put yourself into trouble and lose that customer. So let your ad be concise and precise. Now, this one might be an unpopular opinion, but you also don't want to run static images. And I say this because static images are not custom or native to the current social media experience. People do not value looking at just one image when they are scrolling on social media. They are already used to seeing either a carousel, which is a set of cards, I mean videos or a graphic design, or a video, mostly video. They're already comfortable with videos. There's things like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, things like that. So ideally, if you are running ads on these platforms, create creatives. Develop and design creatives that are native to the customer experience on these platforms, which is videos. Primarily, if possible, focus majority of your ads, dare I say 70% of it should be videos, and then 30% should be carousel. There are very few businesses that can make static images work, and I say this because carousel allows you to explain your offer and give more value to the customer in a much more better experience. The static image, if you don't have a known or identified brand or a big brand, don't do it. Brands that I've seen that have used static images that might be working well for them, and is mostly for retargeting, are brands like TM Lewin and things like that. I don't know who you are, and one day you'll be bigger than TM Lewin. But at the moment, let us make smarter decisions with our finances. So please, either create a video or create a carousel and use it as an ad. Last but not least, make sure you create ads that are relevant to the ad objective that you picked. I spoke a little bit about this earlier, so let me try and explain it a bit further. If you are creating ads that are focused on engagement or traffic, so traffic is Instagram profiles, getting people to visit your profile, things like that, or engagement, getting people to watch more about your business and things like that. Make sure you create ads that are relevant to that ad objective. The final best practice here is you using the Meta Ads library for research. Now, after you have decided that, you know what ad you want to run, the offer, all these amazing things, congratulations, clap for yourself. But what you want to do is go and look for people or brands that are already succeeding in selling what you're trying to sell, and see which ads that are currently running. Use those ads as an inspiration. Now, I'm not saying copy their ads like for like, because ideally your customers will call you out on it. They'll be like, why you copy so and so? but you want to use it as inspiration. What kind of music are they using? What's in their caption? What their landing page, what does it look like? How long is their video? What is the hook they are using? You can use all these things as inspiration. Okay, now for me, that I'm running a denim business selling jeans, I told you guys there's a brand called HROSCG Los Angeles. I can go to the ads manager, go to the Meta ads library, and see what they are running as ads and take inspiration from there. That's something I can easily do. In fact, in one of my earlier videos, this is an example that I actually used for Crafted London, Adam and Adamans, I believe, to actually show how to run Facebook ads and Instagram ads targeting Nigerians. If you want to watch that video, you can watch it here. If you just want to learn how to run a business selling on social media, then you can watch this particular video here.